Long ago, in a peaceful kingdom, there lived a wise king who loved his people very much. He always wanted his country to be kind, strong, and honest. But sometimes he worried. He noticed that many people liked to complain. They talked about problems in the streets, in markets, and in homes. They said roads were bad, life was hard, and others were careless. But the king rarely saw them try to change anything. One evening, the king said to his minister, "I want to know something important. Do my people only speak about problems, or do they also solve them?" The minister asked, "How will you learn this, Your Majesty?" The king smiled and said, "Tomorrow morning I will test them." Before sunrise, the king went to a busy road outside the city. Farmers, merchants, workers, and travelers all used this road every day. It was the perfect place. With the help of a guard, he rolled a very large stone into the middle of the road. It was heavy and impossible to miss. Then he placed a small leather bag under the stone. Inside the bag were many gold coins and a short note. The note said, "This gold belongs to the person who removes the stone from the road." After that, the king and his guard hid behind some trees and waited. Soon the sun rose, and people began to pass. The first man was a rich merchant. He wore fine clothes and walked proudly. Two servants carried his bags. When he saw the stone, he stopped. He looked annoyed. "What is this?" he said loudly. "This road is terrible. Does the king not care about his people?" One servant asked carefully, "Should we move the stone, sir?" The merchant frowned. "Move it? That is not our job. There are workers for this. Come, let us go around." So they walked around the stone and continued their journey. From behind the trees, the king watched silently. After some time, a government official came. He rode a horse and wore clean, important clothes. When he saw the stone, he became angry. He shouted, "This is unacceptable. The roads are not maintained. People are lazy." He looked around but saw no workers. He shook his head and said, "I will report this." But he did not move the stone. He simply rode around it and left. The king sighed quietly. As the morning continued, many people passed. A group of young men laughed and jumped over the stone. They joked about it and went away. An old trader complained about his back pain and slowly walked around it. Two women carrying water pots carefully stepped past it and shook their heads. Everyone saw the problem. No one solved it. Near noonday, a poor farmer came down the road. His clothes were simple and dusty. On his back, he carried a heavy basket of vegetables. His face showed tiredness, but his eyes were calm and kind. When he reached the stone, he stopped. He looked at it for a long moment. Then he looked up and down the road. He thought, "This stone is dangerous. Someone may fall. A child could get hurt. An old person could break a bone." He put down his basket slowly and wiped sweat from his forehead. "No one is here to move it," he said quietly, "so I must try." The farmer pushed the stone with both hands. It did not move. He tried again, using his shoulder. Still nothing. He stepped back, breathing hard. "This is very heavy," he said, "but I cannot leave it." He pushed again. The stone rolled a little. Encouraged, he pushed harder. His feet slipped in the dust. His arms trembled. His back ached. But he did not stop. "Come on," he whispered to himself, "just a little more." With one final strong effort, the stone rolled off the road and landed in the grass. The road was now clear. The farmer smiled with relief. He wiped his hands and turned to pick up his vegetable basket. Then he noticed something. Under the place where the stone had been, there was a small leather bag.
He looked around in surprise. Whose bag is this? He wondered. He opened it carefully. Inside, gold coins shone in the sunlight. There were many, more money than he had ever seen in his life. His hands shook. "There must be a mistake," he said softly. Then he saw a folded note. He opened it and read slowly. "This gold belongs to the person who removes the stone from the road." The farmer's eyes filled with tears. "Is this for me?" he whispered. At that moment, the king stepped out from behind the trees. The farmer gasped and quickly bowed. "Your Majesty, I did not know. I did not take anything. I only moved the stone." The king raised his hand gently. "Stand up, good man. The gold is yours." The farmer was confused. "Mine, Your Majesty?" "Yes," said the king. "I placed the stone there today. I wanted to see who would care enough to remove it." The farmer was shocked. "You mean all this time?" "Yes," the king continued. "Many people saw the stone. They complained. They blamed others. They walked around it." He looked kindly at the farmer. "But you stopped. You thought about others. You worked hard to solve the problem." The farmer lowered his head. "I only did what was right, Your Majesty. The road is for everyone." The king smiled warmly. "And that is why you deserve the reward. A good heart thinks of others before itself." The farmer's voice trembled. "This gold will change my family's life. We will have food for winter. My children can learn to read." The king nodded. "Use it well. And remember, your kindness is worth more than gold." Tears rolled down the farmer's face. "Thank you, Your Majesty." As the farmer walked away, carrying both his vegetables and the bag of gold, the king turned to his guard and said, "Today I learned something important. Many people see problems. Few people solve them." He looked at the clear road where the stone had been. A kingdom becomes strong not when people complain, but when they care enough to act. Moral: the world becomes better when we help without waiting for someone else to do it.